Hello, hi guys, it's Inam here and welcome to the cupboard. I'm going to show you what I do with my devices once I get them out the box and what I do to get them ready for day-to-day use. So in this case, the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, I'm going to show you what I do to get this ready in my little way so it can be used as a day-to-day runner. Look how smudgy it is. Well, the first thing I do is when I get my brand new devices, download all the apps I'm ever going to need. Now, I don't particularly like the way these things look. I'm a very visual person, so I don't like the way the standard Samsung apps work. And if you're new to Android, you may not know how to change them. So I like to skin the icons. First of all, I use an icon pack. If you've got a Samsung device like I have here, go to the Samsung themes store and you've got wallpapers, themes and icons. So I'm on icons here and I've downloaded a couple and I like the way they look. So some simplicity ones here. And you can see this one's just called 4, I guess. So if we hit apply, I just want to show you how easy it is that you can do this. I love the way how simply you can just skin all your icons and it changes the way they look. How cool is that? Obviously some of the Google ones just stay as they are because they're Google standard applications. But if you want to change them, it's easy as just going into the icons here within the theme store and then within the icons here and then finding whichever one you want. You can just simply go to top, organize by, if you don't want to pay for them, by free if you want, and then you can go from there. It's as easy as pie. But I like very simple ones, just simple ones. So let's go with this. I know this is a Halloween one, but they look pretty cool. So let's go with this one called Cute Halloween. And look how good they look. So it doesn't take 2 seconds to just apply. Boom, how cool is that? Now the next thing that we're going to do, look, it's even changed the Google ones there and those look pretty cool. So the next thing that we're going to do is switch up the wallpaper. I don't like the standard ones that Samsung provides, so again we're going to go into the same theme here, find a wallpaper. Now we're in the wallpaper section. So what I'm going to do is search for one I used last time I had a Galaxy S8. So I like beach pictures, so let's go with beach here and just you can trawl through those if you want, but I like cartoony ones, so I think it was called Carpe Diem, and boom, there we go, that's the one I wanted. Picture of palm trees, make me feel as if I'm in a better place than in England. So there we go, Carpe Diem, apply it, and I'll apply it to both my home screen and my lock screen for the time being. And I always like to have a motion set, so we'll apply. And that should be it. Boom, how cool does that look? And if we go in here, I haven't got that many pages on my home screen at the moment, so that looks a lot better than what it was standard out of the box. So third step that we're going to do here is, obviously the icons are in a mess. You don't want to be trawling through all of these every time you want to find something, and I'm crazy when I go use someone else's phone and it's a mess. I don't know how anyone can use it. So what I like to do is organize via folders on the home screen. So split them out into categories like shopping, media, that kind of stuff, so it's easier to get to. We'll go into the app drawer and you can see we've already got a couple of folders here that are already set up for us, so we want to set up some more. So what we'll do is set up one called media. So I'm going to go gallery and I'll hover over YouTube and call this media, I think. Yeah, we'll hit done, and if you want to change the color you can do so from here. Let's give it a nice bluish greenish color. So there we go, we can add more apps from here if we want. So I'll go through and get those added now. Well, that took a little bit of time, but as you can see, all those pages have been amalgamated into folders. As you can see here, I don't like to do a lot of scrolling, so I've got Samsung rubbish, Google rubbish, Microsoft rubbish, social media rubbish, and we've got media here as well. So it could be video, photo stills, reading, that kind of stuff. Music streaming, you got shopping, could be anything at all where you can buy stuff, games, obvious. And I tend to leave these on the app drawer here just in case you need to get to them pretty quickly. So now that those are done, the home screen still kind of looks a little bit weird and Bear. Again, as I say, I don't like to do a lot of scrolling, so I'm going to get rid of these. So whoops, missed my opportunity. There we go, remove from home screen. And because I've customized it already, you don't really need the Samsung themes shortcut on your pages there, just purely because you can get to it by holding down. So I'm just going to hold down here as well, and what we're going to do is get rid of this page because it's empty. Boom. I like to keep it nice and clean. I have OCD, so I like to know where stuff is placed, and it needs to be organized. It can't just be thrown around all over the place. You can't be crazy. First thing that we'll do is move the search bar up a bit. We're going to get rid of the Samsung Internet, because why would you want to use that when you've got Chrome? How silly. So we'll go up here again, and we'll go into Google, and we'll pick up Chrome, and then we'll drop it onto the center here. And whoops, and what I'm going to do is move this over here, and once that's to one side, I'm going to use, I tend to use my most frequent applications down here, so I'm going to use Chrome there. So we're going to go into social, and we're going to pick up WhatsApp, and we're going to move it down to the, ooh, that's not where I wanted it, to the bar in the center there. So it's dead center. I've got Chrome on the right, messages, phone. Does anyone still use this thing as a phone? On the left hand side there, which is pretty cool. So some of the apps along the top, it looks a bit weird. Again, this has to be symmetrical, because as I say, I've got OCD and I can't have one app along the right hand side, because that would be crazy. So what we're going to do is, along the left hand side, we're going to use my EE app here, just to balance it out a little bit. And what we're also going to do is social media. We're going to pick up that entire folder, because that's been organized now. Ooh, I did not want to put it there. So we'll pick it up, and what's going on there? We'll pick it up and we'll move it onto the center of that screen there. And we're also going to pick up shopping. We'll do that as well, because who doesn't like to do a little bit of online shopping instead of traipsing around shopping centers? Because that would be silly and just a waste of time. So Google, we'll pick that up as well. I don't tend to play that many games all the while, but you can see it looks, whoops, there you go, symmetrical, at least in that respect. As you can see here, we're going to pick up this and move it up some more. Okay, so that's now moved towards the center now, because this is a big phone, to be honest, the S9 Plus, so you can easily still get to that area. So we're going to put another row of icons up here, just to, again, make ease of use of the stuff I need most. So what we're going to do is bring in media as well. We'll pop that in the center. Completely forgot about Nest, but just drop that in there. Now, as a kid, I never thought much of calendars. I thought, who would need a Filofax or a calendar? Can't they just remember stuff? But as an adult, I can't live without it. There's everything I do or need a reminder, everything goes in the calendar. So what we're going to do is go into the widgets here, and you can see there's a couple of calendars straight away. Now, the one on the right hand side here is Google's offering, and I'm just going to show you kind of what it looks like. So I'm just going to hold down here and drag it towards my page, and we'll make it full screen so it looks as big as it does. So that's all kind of cool on that. I haven't got my works calendar hooked up yet, so this looks kind of mediocre, but hey, so it looks okay, but you kind of lose your background. As I say, I'm a visual person, so I like to see things, so I'm just going to hold down and get rid of it. Whoops, missed my opportunity. There we go. So what we're going to do is hold down again, go into the widgets area, and this time we're going to choose calendar along the left hand side, and you can see this 5x5 month window. Oops, I need to hold it down again. Now this is Samsung's version of it, which looks again pretty mediocre, you'd think. However, because I'm a visual person, I like to see my background as much as possible. So here you can see you can change your background color, but back down here you can see background transparency. How cool is that? Now I like to turn transparency all the way to the right hand side so I can see through my calendar, which is pretty cool. And if I just click back here even, whoops, there we go. So that's applied it to my home page. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. I can still see my wallpaper. You can head on over into the settings if you want and do what you need to do, but I like to have this full screen, see everything just by scrolling across on the home screen here. It looks pretty cool. I love this widget. I think we're in a good place here. I'm liking so far how this customization has gone from stock to where we are now. We've got everything organized. I don't really use the app drawer that much, so everything's organized in a OCD friendly space for me here. So the next thing that we're going to do is head on over into the notifications area. Now I like to have the brightness bar right at the top when you swipe down, so if you want to quickly amend something you can do it from there. So you can just drop down here and you go show control on top, show the brightness control above the notification panel. So if you hit done here, notice how it appears there and then drops down when you scroll or swipe down further. So what we're going to now do is go into the three dots in the corner, and then we're going to change the button grid. Because you got a big space here, I like to have more options. So 5 by 3, that looks pretty good. And then what we're going to do is go into these again and go to button order. Now as you can see, you can pick and choose what you want to move around. So I like to have pretty much the location to be up top here. I'm not really bothered about power saving. Come on, you've got a 3500 milliamp hour rated battery inside this thing and fast charging. I'm not really bothered about power saving at all here. So secured folder, don't use any of that. So we're going to bring that down. Mobile hotspot, don't use any of that. Blue light filter, don't use that either. Performance, nope, we're going to take that away as well. And we'll leave flight mode up there. We'll use mute. I like the top row so far because the torch can come in handy, and that looks pretty cool. Always on display, I tend not to use that, to be honest. So we're going to bring that down. Smart view, we'll bring that down as well. Phone visibility, we'll turn that down here. Dolby Atmos, nope. Edge lighting, don't use it at the moment, but I'm going to leave it there for the time being. So we're going to use do not disturb, and we're going to move it right next to flight mode, and that looks pretty good. I like that so far. Power saving snuck in there again. We're going to bring that down. I like the way that looks, so we're going to hit done, and that looks quite neat and tidy for me. I don't really like the fact that there's 3 spaces there. Again, OCD going to kill me here, so we're going to take that, remove it, and I'm going to also remove flight mode because I've got do not disturb there as well. So there we go, that looks pretty good. 2 in a row, OCD, jobs are good one. So we can swipe up from here. Next up, the sounds. So let's go into the settings again and go to sounds on vibrations, because I hate it when on the keyboard every time you tap it does a little vibration thing. I don't like that at all. So we're going to switch that up to vibration intensity. Have a look at that. Hard press vibration feedback. I don't want a massive vibration. We'll just keep it there, a nice little one, just for the sake of it. Vibration pattern. I always love a heartbeat here. It's enough to drive you crazy when someone rings you. And notification sounds. Now, standard. Whoop, would help if the volume was on. There we go. I'm not a big fan of notifications here, so I'm gonna turn this to a custom notification shortly, and I'll show you how you can do that. So what we'll do next is go to ringtone. Actually, before we do that, what we're gonna do is switch on vibrate while ringing, so that can drive you nuts. And if we go further down, I don't like to have screen lock sounds because you know it's charging or not. Or actually, if you're OCD, it does tell you that you need to know if it's charging. You can leave that on. Charging sound, don't really need that, to be honest. Vibration feedback when you tap or touch hold certain buttons, no. Dialing keypad tones, I prefer that to be off. Keyboard sounds, definitely to be off. Keyboard vibration is the main one here that we want it to be off, so that's pretty cool. Sound quality and effects here, we're going to leave that as standard to be off just for now. I may do a separate video on Dolby Atmos. So if we go up here into ringtone now, and from here we've got ringtone and notifications. We're going to hop on over into ringtone first, and notice none of our ringtones or MP3 tracks are in here, just the standard ones like which is pretty cool, but I want my own custom one. So I'm going to be a little bit cheesy. I'm going to have Hotline Blink. So we'll leave that there and we'll hit done because it sounds pretty cool. Why not? And we're going to leave the notifications as it is. We'll go back here and we're going to also change up the notifications to have a specific ringtone of gunshots firing, because why the hell not? So we'll go in here. Remember, there was no option to add in your notifications like an MP3 track within there, so I'm going to show you how you can do that. So we're going to download a file explorer. So let's see if Samsung have bundled one in here. So my files, and boom. Once we're in here, we want to go to internal storage, and you'll notice there's music, movies, notifications, and nothing within here. If you don't have notifications within here, then create the folder, and you can do that as easily by doing, hit the three dots, create folder, and call it notifications. It has to be called notifications. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to music, and I am going to choose this track here, and we'll hold it down, and then what we'll do is we'll copy it to the notifications folder. So we'll go to internal storage, then we'll go to notifications, and we'll hit done here. Boom, there we go. So what we're now going to do is head on over into the settings, go to sounds and vibrations, we'll go to notification sounds, and we should see our song in here. There we go. See, before that wasn't in there, and now it is. So if I tap it, gunshots going off. Who doesn't like to have that when you've got notifications coming in there? So that's pretty cool. Visually, we're almost there. I'm loving where we're at here. Sound for phone calls. If anyone decides to ring you, cheesy, Drake, Hotline Blink, awesome. Now, what do you want to hear when you wake up in the morning as your alarm? Now, this is going to be really weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into clock, and I'm going to set on that. Oh, I like that, 6 a.m. in the morning. So we'll set that, and then we'll go in. We'll set that up for, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. And what we'll do, we'll call this work. And no, we're not going to have Rihanna's work as a soundtrack here. So you got alarm sound here, sounding Morning Glory. We're going to leave that, and we're going to switch this to, we'll do zigzag. That's pretty cool. And we're going to do alarm sound. Now, Morning Glory, no, not a big fan of it. So we'll hit allow, and again, you can see you've got a bunch of notification sounds here, and we can pick our own though. We can pick our own. So why would we want to choose any of these boring ones? So let's go to add, and you know where this is going. It's going to go Shake It Off. So we're going to set that. Whoop. There we go. So you're going to hear that in the morning. That's going to be funny as hell. My wife's going to hate that. But hey, gradually increase the volume. Yep, that sounds cool. And I think we're done. That looks pretty good. Sounding pretty good as well. You got your wake up call in the morning on your brand new Samsung Galaxy S9 or S9 Plus in this case here. Well, actually looking at the icon themes now, I don't think I'm a big fan of those. So I'm going to go back into themes, go to icons, and switch it up for this minimalistic one here. Again, as I say, love these because it doesn't take too long to apply, and you can switch it up as much as you change your shoes. That's better. And I think there's a little glitch here as well, because notice this frame around Google Chrome, that's always there no matter if you select frames or not. So that's a bit weird, but yeah, looking good. Moved in right at home on our brand new Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus here. Well, there we have it, guys. That's how I've customized my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus in my little way, in my special way, to be used as a day-to-day runner from today onwards. Do let me know in the comment section down below, what do you do to customize your device in your own special little way? If you're new, hit subscribe and hit that little notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a wicked day, and I'll see you next time.